A recently published study looked at 32 billion private healthcare claims, and what they found was shocking. From April 2019 to April 2020, self-harm claims rose by 333% and overdoses by 120%, and that's among 13 to 18-year-olds. So, Dr. Jen, is this study pretty reflective of what you're seeing? I know you specialize in that age group. This is your niche.
Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing, due to the pandemic, a lot of mental health concerns, particularly in teenagers. I'm seeing a lot of depression, anxiety, OCD, eating disorders, and even self-harm. So yeah, it's really has skyrocketed since the pandemic.
All right, parents out there need help. What red flags should they be looking for in particular?
First of all, they have a lot of vague complaints. They're always saying, I don't feel good, I have a headache, I have a stomach ache. They just don't want to do anything. Another red flag is isolation, right? They're already isolated from their friends because of COVID, but they're telling me when they come in, they don't feel like texting at all or video chatting. They just want to be left alone. That's a red flag. Also, decrease in academic performance. So having parents calling me saying, oh my God, I didn't know my child is almost in danger of failing. They haven't been logging on for their school. They're not handing in homework, and it's this vicious cycle because they're really anxiety or feeling depressed. And also, yeah, a lot of negative self-talk. So your child may be saying, I get why no one wants to be friends with me, and I can't do anything, and I'm worthless. So you really have to listen to them, if they're having these negative thoughts about themselves. You also, red flags are changes in behavior. So kids may be sleeping all the time when they didn't before, really not taking care of themselves, not brushing their teeth, not showering, so really poor hygiene can also be a red flag as well for anxiety and depression as well too. And in kids, even we're seeing self-harm, and they come into the office and I examine them. Yeah, and I'm seeing cuts, bite marks, burns, and even kids may be pulling out their eyelashes as well as their hair. Again, just this physical input to try to suppress all the emotional pain that they're having.
I mean, little physical findings that parents may not even pick up on, right? They don't even realize.
They may not realize the kids may be wearing bulky or loose-fitting clothes to cover it up.
But your trained eye is looking for those. That's always in the back of your mind. So what can parents do and to help their kids, and how involved should they get?
So you definitely should be communicating with your child, seeing what's happening at school. They need that back and forth. And it's important to speak to them. If you really are seeing changes in them, that's really important. Tell them that what you're seeing, but don't tell them how they're feeling. You want to listen to what they say about their feelings and really validate them. And also, tell them that you're there to support them and that you're there to get them the help that they need, and that you don't have to have all the answers. That's not your job as the parent. You don't have to have all the answers, but you're there to help them. So, you can reach out to your pediatrician, to the school psychologist. There's lots of online information that we're going to leave on the website. And, I think other mental health people, too, can really be involved. It's really important to nip this in the bud and to help children right away.
For sure, because this is the first stage of what may lead to more serious mental illness and self-harm.
Correct.
Great information, Dr. Jen.